Hi everyone, my name is Dua Zafar and I'm making this quick video on how I got into the University of Debrecen or Debrecen, I don't know how it's pronounced, because there are a lot of folks who are asking me how I got in back home in schools and whatnot. And even though I'm not at the University of Debrecen studying medicine, I'm at business school, which is another story. I still want to make this video. If I could help even like one single person, that would be great, since it's a Hungarian medical school. There's not a lot of there are videos online, but not as many as like a lot of other, colleges in maybe the US, the States, or maybe Australia, UK, and whatnot. So to summarize what I will be talking about in this entire video is you know, how expensive it is, the average grades that are required, how hard the exams were, how to prepare for the exam, or how I prepared for the exam. I'm not a teacher, so I don't want to provide any false information. The content of the examinations, how different it is from Cambridge International examinations for A levels, and yeah, any final parting thoughts that I have. So to start off, it is just a quick overview of what University of Debrecen is, in case you don't know. It's a great school with various different disciplines that don't even simply relate to medicines or the life sciences. They also relate to engineering, informatics, etc. I think I'm just going to put a list over here on the screen because I don't want to relay any false information. But the cost averages around $16,000, and this is inclusive of health insurance too. When I got my acceptance letter, it also did include the fact that I did get health insurance too. That's great. I don't think scholarships are generally available in the category for medicine. That's kind of like an international thing, unless you are a citizen of a country and that country has public schools that are med schools. That's probably where you're gonna be more likely to attain a scholarship. Otherwise, I have a friend though. She got a scholarship to study, I believe, radiology at the University of Debrecen. But I don't think a lot of scholarships are applicable for Pakistanis, unfortunately. So you will have to do your research. So what are the average grades that are required? The average grades that are required for your A levels is a minimum of 2 C's. So you do require a minimum of 2 C's to get in your A2. And I'm not so sure if the grade requirements are changing, because what I've noticed, and this is a little story time, when I first went, I thought that my personal concern was I have A star A B B. If so, I took 4 A level subjects, got A star A B B, and I was kind of upset. Like, I'm applying to a Hungarian med school that does not have a high how do I say, a high entry barrier. So there might be folks who are not as well performing that are coming into the med school. And I worked really hard. I really wanted to go to top college. Now, the concern is that there are a lot of students who are top performers, but financially they're not able to, how do I say, they're not able to afford colleges, medical colleges in the UK or whatnot. But now that a lot of people are finding out that this university offers a 6-year direct MD program in English for a relatively low cost compared to other medical schools, and they do offer USMLE prep, which would help you get a residency in the US. A lot of students have decided to go in. So when my senior, who's 1 year older than me, he said, "Oh yeah, don't worry, interviews are easy to pass, everyone." When we went in, we saw, me and my friend, we saw 10 plus rejections in a row. I'm not rejections, but they said you can go to the foundation year, so you have to take an extra year and then you'll have to take all these exams over again. So that was kind of scary, and this kind of shows that a lot of people are kind of finding out about this university program. So don't underestimate the difficulty of the exams in the next round, because I have friends who did that because they were told it's easy to pass, but then they ended up getting into the 7-year medical program, and that's not even confirmed if you can go into the 6-year medical program after that, because you have to take a foundation year and then reapply. So yeah, there's that. Just don't, how do I say, underestimate how difficult the exams can be. It's always good to over-prepare than be under-prepared, because these exams do cost a lot. To book a seat is approximately $500. That is just to book a seat in itself. And then if you're doing it through an external organization, I did it through an external organization. I don't know if they wish to be named, so I'm not gonna name them. But there are like tons of companies like Qadri International, EduScope, etc., that do offer preparation materials for the University of Debrecen. And I went through them because I did not understand a lot of the applications. There's no YouTube video like there is on the common application or the UCAS. So I just decided that I don't want to put any wrong information, and I did it through them. So this is what happened. Did it through an external organization, and they also helped me prepare they sent me notes to prepare from, and I'm going to link a drive. I'm going to link a document of my own notes. These are not any organization's notes. These are my own notes that I've created. These are not for every topic. These are not for everything that's going to be covered, but this is very important because I know not a lot of people can afford to purchase notes from an organization, or I know that a lot of people do not, they're very confused and very lost on what to do. So I hope that this notes, even though I'm not in med school right now, I hope that they can help you. And maybe if they don't help you, at least they can help you in your study time. Maybe they can help you get an idea of how the organization or how difficult the exams could be. It's not extremely difficult, it's very doable. You just need to dedicate your time. So how to prepare for them? It is good to set aside approximately 5 hours a day for 1.5 months in advance. What me and my friend did, because we were applying to the same college, and he was also applying to Semmelweis University, which is also a great university. I believe it has a better ranking, better resources too. Debatable. I don't want to get into that. Anyways, we were preparing it together. We have a very similar structure. He and I would sit down together. We'd actually take tuition from teachers in Pakistan. It was cheaper that way, and there's something called FSC board for the medical curriculum in Pakistan. So that is also extremely difficult. So the teachers were quite familiar and well versed with that. So we decided to take advantage of it and, learn from them. And we spent like an hour or 2 hours. It was maybe 30 dirhams an hour. 30 dirhams is $8, I believe. So that's how much it cost us. And so what we do, we take the notes of the teacher afterwards, and we put it through AI to generate past paper questions for us, because there were not enough past paper questions. And the ones you see on the University of Debrecen's website are very easy. Okay? Do not think that that is how difficult your exam is, because it's not going to be that easy. It's like 3 notches or 3 levels higher than whatever it is that you see on the website. So please don't be fooled. Perhaps the website is updated, but from what I've seen, if it hasn't been updated post April 2024, then yeah, it is very simple. So please be more prepared than that. I think a lot of CBSE students had an advantage because I believe in their 10th grade, they had studied a lot of the human biology, human health biology. So they did have that to their advantage. I saw them carrying their textbooks around. So I don't know if you have like a CBSE friend who is studying biology and who are good at it and who could teach you, hit them up. Anyways, yeah, the content of the examinations is divided into 3. So there are 3 different papers that you can take. There's biology, chemistry, and there's physics. So biology is mandatory, chemistry and physics is optional. Now, I know one guy on the day of our entrance exam who took biology and physics. He was the only one doing it. Loser. anyways, he was the only one who was doing it, and everyone else was doing biology and chemistry. And for like, how do I say, chemistry, you had to memorize so many organic chemical formulae. You have to revise different organic chemical reactions too, that are definitely not in your A-level curriculum. So do keep that in mind. What you can do, I am aware that on the day of the examination, I was told by the director of the MENA region, I believe, at the University of Debrecen for the medical program at least, that the University of Debrecen does have their own resources to teach you how to prepare for the entrance exam. You just have to contact them. So don't feel afraid to reach out to the regional specific directors and ask them for their help and their assistance in regards to how to study best for these exams, and even try to see if you can reach out to a professor. You know, what's the harm in that? You can always try. So the exam is divided into two parts, written and oral. The first one, the written part, comprises of MCQs, and they also comprise of written questions, short answer questions. And in chemistry would even be asked to draw, label, or write out formulas. So it's December right now, I took the exam in April. I still remember a bit of the content, but my memory is still a bit hazy. I'm doing this because all the aunties won't stop asking me how to help their kids apply to the University of Debrecen. So I'm just sending this video across to everyone. But yeah, I would just say, once again, contact University of Debrecen for the resources. How different is it from A-levels? It is very, I have my laptop over here just for notes, just to make sure I don't miss out on anything. So how different is it from A-levels? It is very different from A-levels, but the foundation is your A-levels. So if you have studied your A-levels thoroughly to the T, then that is best. So the more thoroughly you study for your A-levels, the better your foundations, but you need to build upon those foundations as well. And the reason why you need to build upon those foundations is, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is not in the curriculum. So yeah. And I would say, regarding the timing of the exams, there were certain folks who, okay, so we took it in April. Me and my friend took it in April. But there were folks that took it in January. They registered in January. And that was a much wiser decision because they have like around 300 to 400 spots. I'm not so sure, but they have those many spots internationally, right? So imagine, like, they have, and a lot of people are increasingly knowing more about University of Debrecen and how cost effective it could be for their medical education. So a lot of people, they tend to apply earlier so that they can secure their seat faster. There's a higher, I have no data, I have no statistics. This is just word of mouth, just clarifying. They tend to, how do I say it, provide the seats on priority too, because you applied in Jan. It's not like there won't be any seats in April. It's just that they would just be more filled up. So yeah, if you can apply earlier, even better. It's going to get more difficult after that. And you know, there are University of Debrecen communities online that you can contact. They are specifically on Facebook. So I had to create a Facebook just for this. But yeah, you can definitely contact them. Reach out to your seniors and the medical program if you're interested, and they can definitely guide you. They can provide you their notes and whatnot. I'll be providing you my notes in the description box, so go check that out. Fact check what I wrote because I'm not in medical school anymore. I cannot fact check it right now, but I'm pretty sure what I wrote was right because multiple people were using my notes. But yes, do your due diligence. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much. Drop down any questions if you have. And yeah, I hope you get into a college program that you deserve.